It's 6:44 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to read my book, Personal MBA, actually in the chapter of sales. Chapters, third chapter, the sales, and I'm in the value-based selling. But before anything else, I will going to share my story, my background story of my life within 120 seconds or 180 seconds. So yeah, let's begin. By the way, I'm Angelo Gabriel Cedinho. I grew up in the Philippines, in the Visayas region, Cebu City, and just got and I'm uh, I grew up in a broken family. When I was in third grade, my mom and my dad got separated, and so I grew up with a broken family. And I moved out together with my mom. I moved out to my mom together with my younger sister since because we are six siblings, and I'm the fifth youngest. So we're the youngest ones in the family. So we have to be taken care of my mother, and the four of my older siblings stayed together with my father because my father was there was a misunderstanding and my father had an affair. Yeah, and right now they already have one child, but for now we're all good and we're happy with each other. Yeah, and yeah, so after that, I graduated in grade school, on my grade school, and then I enrolled in a dorm. I enrolled in a high school scholarship where the rules were I have to stay on the campus for 5 years without going outside and without having any phone or access to internet. Is a form of discipline, and also as a form of sacrifice because that's the only thing they asked. Because that's the only thing they asked in exchange for a free education and everything. So I basically did not grow up with together with my family. I grew up with a community. It's a charity organization that that is that aims to help first with the poor children to have a better education, secondary education, yeah, intensive on vocational and technical training. Yeah, the founder was an American. His name is he's a American priest, Father Aloysius Schwartz. He's a missionary, and I'm really grateful for him. That's why I also wanted to be the best. I wanted to become the best version of myself, become an influential man, become successful. And yeah, after after the 5 years without seeing my family and having not seldomly having to contact them or really have seldom, like you can count on your fingers the conversation we have those in those years in those 5 years, and it was really tough. I I got in those I got in the school when I was 13 years old. I was 13 years old, yeah, because I graduated grade school. I'm 12 years old, grade six. So the system education in the Philippines. I'm going now in the secondary education, and I'm 13 years old. Yeah, and I graduated on my K to 12 senior high school in 2021 when COVID was is slowing down. So yeah, even though COVID happened, we're even though before COVID happened, we're already in a quarantine. Yeah, since 2016, I was there, and it's like quarantine without the face mask and the sanitary regulations. But basically, we're in a quarantine, something like that. And when 20 when 2019 happened, it was really mentally tough because um the world is having a hard time. So as well, so we are as well, because my family, my mother, my sister, my father, and my other sister got COVID, and yeah, it was really really tough. Yeah, it's really really tough because I cannot talk to them. Even in my birthday, even in my birthday at 2020, yeah, 2020, my mom got COVID during my birthday, so it was really really it's really really hard at the time. Yeah, after that, I graduated in a senior. I graduated in my secondary, and I work as a machine operator in a company in Cebu. And after that, after I was absorbed, after a year, I resigned and applied for a call center job in the Cebu also, while studying in my college, while studying and enrolling in my college degree, um, computer engineering, which I really have no idea at first. I don't at first. I really don't have any idea what to do, what course I would push through, and there's nothing in my head that have clarity. Um, I was really have no idea what I was going to do, and don't know if what I will be doing is right. And guess what? I'm here. I've survived. I've survived that. Yeah. So after that, I was really on planning that I will not go to school because I don't want them to have that expense, because I know school is not really what it looks like, or it's not what is perceived, because learning is different from school, and I believe I can learn myself. I can learn as much as I want by myself, having all the resources today, especially now in 2024. You can pretty much learn anything everywhere on in the internet, as long as you know how to find those things, and those lessons, those courses, those knowledge, information. You can pretty much be okay with all by yourself. Yeah, and after that, after that, my mom convinced me to enroll, which I don't have yet the real clarity, because I was still 50-50 if I will go to school or not. Yeah, but I did go to school and at the same time work. So at night I'm working, and at day I'm going to school. So I only have 4 hours of sleep. That was really bad. Don't do it, because you're not going to survive a month. You're not going to survive a 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. You're dead. If you're going, it's not good. Yeah, and after that, I was already after that I was on my journey of self improvement got really intense. I was really going into self improvement, but I'm already in self improvement since I was in secondary education, my high school. My very first book that I read was the book of John Maxwell, the 101 series. I've read everything in the book, the 101 series, and um the his book about teenage. Yeah, I don't remember the book, the title of the book, but it's about teaching teenagers how to become a leader and develop leadership in itself. And yeah, that was the first book that I was amazed, and yeah, it made me fall in love with self development, self improvement. improving myself, developing myself to become the better version of me. And so, yep, during college, that was the first semester of first year college was the peak of my decision, the peak of my journey. No, no, I mean the peak of my emotions that I wanted to go all in on my self development journey, and I wanted to become. I always knew I wanted to become a doctor, but since after graduation of my secondary education, I felt that I am a entrepreneur. So I felt I felt and I knew that there's something in me that wants to become an entrepreneur. Yeah, because I wanted to change a lot of things that I needed and I think needed change because I don't want anyone to experience what I've experienced, um, even though I'm still in my early stages of life, yet I've experienced those unpleasant yet um, worth worth it experience. But anyways, we all have different processing thoughts about what experiences we got, and maybe we like it, maybe we learn from it, or maybe not, and maybe we regret from it, maybe we hate it. Doesn't matter. What I wanted to change is the basic. I wanted Filipinos to have the basic needs that we deserve as a human being. Yeah, and after that, I'm sorry I didn't have a script. That's why I wanted to be authentic as I can be. 'Cause I don't want to have a script when I'm going to share my personal story. Yeah, because for me, it's important that every word that I will say is coming from my heart, coming from the real raw thought and emotions of experience that I have through those years. Yeah, so to continue, after those years, no, no, to continue, I was in the peak of dropping out. I wanted really to drop out since I have a work, so I was going to really drop out. Yeah, and I already told my parents, my mother, and my sister, and she cried. She cried a lot, and she was really devastated. My sister got really furious with me. She said, "I don't really give a damn about what they say," which is not true. And they said that it's up to you. You can decide for yourself. Just don't regret. Just face whatever decision you made and don't regret it. Because it's your decision. Become an adult. They said that to me. It's really amazing. By the way, it was really amazing. Yeah, and I was going really to drop out, but someone called me, a friend. Actually, I was going to drop out because I wanted to uh, save. Because I wanted to go on real estate investing. I wanted to have my own property because since I've read a lot of books and including Rich Dad Poor Dad, Rich Man in Babylon, Sell Like Crazy, book of Atomic Habits. Um, what else did I read at that time? Those were the books, and I was following Dan Lok, the king of high ticket sales. He claimed, yeah, and I was following him, and he really helped me. His content really helped me go push hard with this journey of being an entrepreneur. And also he was one of the influencers that made me made me decide that I wanted to drop out college. But he made but following him um give me clarity, not just give me clarity about what I'm going to do after I drop out college. Yeah, because he said learn a high income skill. Yeah, and I was going to decide that I will also learn copywriting too, since he started with copywriting. Yeah, but then someone called me and someone called me and offered me a scholarship for my degree, college scholarship, in exchange for moving out with my family again and having to work there as a errand boy. So I was an errand boy, and I give it a thought and thought I needed to give it a shot. So I talked to my mother, talked to my sister. My sister was still furious with me, so he did not agree with it. And my mom, I told her that okay, and told her that okay, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to do it for you, but I just don't want that my sister will provide for me because she has her own family, and I don't want to be an expense. I understand they want to help me, but I wanted also to help them, so I grabbed the scholarship offer. So the offer agreement includes I don't have to go I cannot go home in my hometown that time. And yeah, and the but we have cell phone. I can contact them whenever I want, whatever time I want. So yeah, it's quite similar with my secondary school, but it's quite but it's a lot less strict than before. So I talked with my mom and she agreed with it. She asked me, um, "Is this is it legit? Is it sure?" Like that. Yeah, yeah, legit. I'm sure with it. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, and now when I got here, when I got here, the moment I got here first month, I already regret what I decided because it's not what I think. And when you know that you're when you realize that you're in a matrix, you really wanted to go out as soon as possible. But since you can't because you're already committed, it's really hard. It's going to kill you day by day. It's going to kill you day by day because you're going to be forced of doing what you don't like to do. But hey, here there's a twist. If I haven't moved here, actually I'm here. This is the place. This is the school's library. As you can see, I'm in the library. Yeah, I have access with the library. I have a lot of books here, and one of the books is this is my personal by the way. I bought it from um, the shop, online shop. But I realized because when I was deciding, I was finding something that I don't understand what it is, and I was looking for something, and I thought that coming here was the answer, because maybe I could find the answer there. Maybe I could find the answer to my questions or the lackness of what I feel. But turns out it's not. I realized my first realization was it's not about the surroundings, it's about the inside of me. So yeah, all along it was really me. All along it was really me. It was just by myself that I have to discover, that I have to improve, I have to look into myself. The answer is just inside. But Yeah, I already have decided, and there's no coming back. Actually, there's still a way of coming back, but it will really give a heartache for my mother. Yeah, actually, I attempted that for the for the months, for the first 6 months, 7 months that I was in here. I really attempted. Actually, I was really on. I really attempted dropping out, and I did inform my family again, and they were devastated again. That was the second time I was telling them that I was going to drop out, and my mother got furious again. She cried a lot every day, every night, and even my younger sister, she convinced me and she cried. They really wanted me to finish college, but yeah, when you understand the reality of what's really happening and what's going to happen, when you understand that it's just that this system is just created and it is not obligatory that you should follow what everyone is doing, yeah, it's really hard to follow, just to follow along. It's really hard when you understand that everything is really everything, not everything, but most of the time things are just in your hands, and everything, pretty much everything could be controlled, or not everything, yeah, but pretty much everything that in your control can be controlled. Yeah, so I did apply for a call center job again here in Manila, here in Manila, since I'm in Manila right now, and I got accepted with the job. I already informed the administrator here, and the only thing that I only really have one final decision to say. Everything was set. Everything was already set. I was I was everything was already set, and the only thing that the only thing they waited is my final decision if I'm going to go. I already talked with them, and they said, "Yeah, we're." I already talked with them, and they said, "Yeah, yeah, we're just waiting with your final decision." And guess what? Taking risks is not easy. I got fucking scared. I got scared. I thought I really wanted to do what I wanted to do, but the fear, the fear got into me. The fear got into me. The fear that I might fail. I don't know what fear I felt. The fear that I'm alone. I'm all alone in that area, and I don't have anyone I knew, and I am all alone. Yeah, I fear everything. I felt fear, felt fear. But then after that, after a few months, uh, since I declined, I said I'm going to continue studying, but in exchange, I'm going to be a YouTuber, which really didn't happen the way I wanted to happen. Because I was not consistent, and I don't have any idea how to create contents yet. Yeah, and I was not serious about it. I'm still finding the sweet spot of what I wanted to do. Never happened. Never happened. But after that, but after that, I did was I declined, and after a few months, I regret it again, because I I wish I just push it through. Either way, either the two decisions, I'm going to really learn the hard way. Yeah, and I regret it again. And after those after those few months, I learned a lot of lessons. I learned a lot of lessons. I learned a lot. I don't know what lessons I will learn when I drop out at that time, but I'm thankful that I didn't drop out, because I learned the lessons that I learned now, and I knew what I already knew what I'm going to do. If I haven't dropped out, I don't know. I don't know. But since I did not drop out yet, I learned a lot, and I'm thankful that I learned those lessons, because where after these few months, if going to decide of dropping out, because I'm really going to this, I'm going really to drop out. It's just that I already didn't know what are the things that I needed to do before dropping out. And no, I'm not dropping out my education. I'm dropping out of school, but not my education. I can pretty much learn the course that I wanted to learn, computer science, computer engineering, online, and I can do it on myself, because that's a valuable skill also to have, other than my video editing skills, my content creation skills. I also want to add that skills and build up in my early years as an adult. Yeah, and anyways, I think um, from there from my grade school to here, yeah, that was pretty. That was all the happenings that I think I should share here, and I think that you should know to have a better grasp of who I am and what I'm going to do. So I'm a video edit. No, I'm a video content strategist. First, I was a video editor, and then I switched to a video content strategist as a freelancer. And I'm learning really a lot since I got into this freelancing. And yeah, um, from here I will document my journey moving forward, and stay tuned. And I hope this very long video doesn't bore you. I thought I could deliver it on a 3 minutes, but since I don't have a script, and uh, um, thinking about what to say really takes time. But I wanted to be like that. I wanted it to be like that, because when I become successful, we will go back to this video. We'll go back to this video and we will talk about it, of how I think naive I am. I don't think I'm naive now, but yeah, that's pretty much for me. I'm Angelo Gabrielino, and I aspire to become best entrepreneur that I can be, and change. I wanted to help the Philippines to um become a first world country, to improve the economy, the state of life of every Filipino. Not every, but I wanted to be like that. I wanted to achieve that, even though I'm not the one to do it, but I want the Philippines to become like that, even though I'm not involved with it, or I'm not the main characters of solving the problem. I don't care. I If I'm in the shadows, I don't care. But the goal is to improve the Philippines. But my mini goal, my short term goals are to become financially free, have time freedom, have financial confidence, location freedom, and move my family out of poverty. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but what I really know is I'm not going to stop until I achieve it. Anyways, that's all, and hallelujah.